going to talk about what we actually got to read and what we hope to read for July. So I'm Dee.
I'm Jessica.
Sarah. I just finished Night Embrace this morning, and it was really good. It was the book 2 of the Dark Hunter series, and I really enjoyed it. I like how they brought characters back from the first book into this one, and then they introduced new characters, what I'm sure will be main characters in the next couple books, so I really recommend it.
I'm still reading The Well of Ascension by Brandon Sanderson because I have no time, and I'm almost done though. I'm close to finishing it. So once I finish that, I'm gonna probably start the next book, and so, but we'll see if I even can get to that. So
Well, I had a good reading month. Let me see what I read. I finished the last month, May, with Cruel Beauty, and then I found this book called Accidental Love by Gary Soto, and I did not enjoy it. It was, I gave it a 1 star on Goodreads because it sounded good. It sounded like this little chola girl from LA, and that she ends up meeting this geek boy, and they fall in love. And I thought that was super cute because, you know, being from Southern California, you know, both worlds, and they really don't collide. So I thought it would be good, but they made the main girl, she was kind of cheesy. She wasn't very gangster. The nerd boy wasn't, I mean, he was okay, but I wanted him to be a little bit more geeky than, like, into science or whatever. So I don't know, the things that she said some things that bothered me because it's not what a Southern Californian would say, it's what a Northern Californian would say, so it just kind of pissed me off, and so it didn't represent our part of the state very well. Then I read Crimson Bound by Rosamund Hodge, and that one, it took me a while, but it was super good, you guys. It was Red Riding Hood and another fairy tale mixed with it, something about, I forget what it's called, something about the silver hands or something like that, and it was like a twist on that, and it was so good. You guys have to read it. I'm telling you, you'll enjoy it. It's very, it was very dark, very twisted, and, I mean, you kind of knew what was going to happen in a way, but at the same time, it was still really exciting that it didn't really matter if you kind of guessed what was going to happen. Plus, it's a fairy tale, so if you know the fairy tale, you know what's going to happen. But the description of it was really good, and the world was really interesting, and the folklore was told really well, and it was just really good, and I really am enjoying this author, so whatever else she writes, I'm going to read. I ended up finding Gilded Ashes, which is her Cinderella novella. That one took place in the same world as Cruel Beauty, and it was kind of Cinderella-esque, and it was really cool. Like, that world that she made for Cruel Beauty was really interesting. I can't really talk about it without giving spoilers, but they pretty much are, like, stuck in this sort of bubble. They have, like, this paper ceiling around them, and they're stuck in this bubble, and there's demons lurking, and if you look at them, you go crazy, and you can ask for wishes from the demon lord, and he will grant your wish, whatever, but it's always twisted. So that's, like, that's the main story of Cruel Beauty, but this one is, like, a little short story on the side, and it was really good. It was very Cinderella-esque, but it was also well put in that world. Very interesting, and it was short, but it was well done. And what else did I read?
Oh, goodness, we love books.
I'm telling you, I did good.
I was all proud. I read a book.
I know.
Well,
I didn't even finish
I read
one.
in the middle of the night. I can't sleep, so that's what I do. And I've been getting faster at my reading too because of it. So, and then I read Night Pleasures, the Dark Hunter book, first Dark Hunter book. And it was just so good to reread. I just love that world. I love that world. I haven't read it. I have never done a reread on any of the Dark Hunter books, so it was fun to do. Yeah, it was good. And it was a refresher. And it was interesting seeing it from this point of view of knowing what's to come and who people really are and their backgrounds.
And I reread the first, 5, I think, a while ago, and definitely, because you know a bunch of stuff, you pick up on things that you didn't realize were important.
Yes,
and
there's
then you're
so
like,
many
oh
clues.
my gosh, why did I
know?
see this?
Yeah,
So,
I was doing that too the whole time, and I couldn't put it down because I think I read it in 2 nights because until I was kind of cross-eyed. I was so late, and then I had to finish it the next day right before church because I didn't want to like end it. It was so good. And then I read Hello, I Love You, which I'm going to plug again. Hello, I Love You, and it was so good. So I read a lot of Goodreads. People talking crap about it on Goodreads, like, oh, she was a horrible person, and he doesn't represent Korea, and she doesn't represent Americans, and I thought it was really good. I thought it was what I would want to see or read as somebody who likes K-dramas and K-pop, and I don't want to, if in my head, if I go to Korea, I want to meet a Korean drama character, not, but in real life, not. I mean, I love Korea, and I love the culture, and I love the people, and I respect them, and I definitely want to go someday, and I love their history, and, where the transition that they're going through now as becoming a first world country. I love all that, but at the same time, like, I enjoy their take on, like, the love story and what their take is on, like, the Prince Charming type of person. He's not very charming. He's this rich guy who's kind of a jerk. And then he is very, standoffish and aloof, and then he somehow falls in love with this girl, and you're just like, how did that happen? And that's the kind of guy, like, in your head you want to see. So that's the kind of guy that this male character is. And, I mean, they make him a little realistic, towards the end. And then for her, I like the fact that she didn't go to Korea enjoying Korea and wanting to be a part of it because she knew about the culture. She was trying to escape something, and they don't really talk about it, but she's trying to, acclimate to this world that she knows nothing about because she's very Western. She's even from the South, which I didn't expect that. And so it's even harder for her to, sort of fit in and just how she struggles with that, and her she kind of has like culture shock and everything, and she goes through all that, and then from that to the end. But what I really like is they put Katie. She put in there like what the girl was really dealing with is something that's real that people deal with, something that I deal with. Like, you guys know, I've known me for a long time, and they put in there something that I had to deal with in my past, which was extremely difficult and hard to overcome, and she deals with that through this in a whole new, in a whole other country, and she's much younger than I was, and so it was really interesting, her take, and I think she did it justice, that struggle that you go through, that trauma that you experience, and that tragedy, and how you deal with it, and how, to overcome it. I think she did it really well, and that was really interesting when that came to light in the story, and it just made the story more deeper. It wasn't just about some girl who goes to a foreign country and falls in love. She actually has things going on, and he has real issues going on, and she deals with it in the book. So I thought it was done really well, and I would recommend this to anybody who loves Korean dramas, who loves emotional books that just of people growing and overcoming. I have to read a book where the characters grow, or I'm bored. So this was really good. And then she sent me my bookmark with her signature on it. Isn't it so cute? And then I got this sticker to put in my book, and that was what I got for pre-ordering. So that's why I have the actual book and not the ebook, because I like to get ebooks first before I buy the actual book. So that was my June. All right, so now for July, we are going to read Paper Towns, right? Before the movie. And we're all going to read it, and at the end of the month, we're going to talk about it. We're going to compare and contrast the movie with the book, and we hope you join us for that. So go ahead and read Paper Towns, and that would be pretty awesome. I didn't get to read The Wrath and the Dawn, and I didn't get to read A Court of Thorns and Roses because I couldn't get it. I didn't want to buy it until I knew I liked it. So, everybody's renting it from the library, and I couldn't find anybody who had it to borrow it. So I'm going to try and get those this month and see if I can read them. And I'm also going to read Night Embrace with the Dark Hunters. Yeah, what are you guys going to read for July?
I'm probably just gonna finish reading the Well of Ascension, and then probably just Paper Towns, and hopefully if I can finish that, then I'll read the third book of the Miss Gwen trilogy.
And I'm going to do Paper Towns, and if I have time, I'm going to do Fantasy Lover, which they recommended instead of going to the next Dance with the Devil.
No, wait.
No,
You should go to Dance
You
with
should
the
go
Devil.
with Dance with the Devil.
Then go back.
Then
Because
go
Dance
back.
with the Devil is the best one.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, then I'm doing Dance with the Devil, which is the third one of the Dark Hunter series. So, the other one, Fantasy Lover, is just like a companion one, so it doesn't really follow along with the story, right?
Yeah.
It's just,
So you can
Okay.
really read it whenever, but
Yeah,
you want to
just-
read Zarek's story.
It's just
Okay.
the background story of,
Julian.
and
Okay.
so
It's like, yeah.
you've
Well,
you've already seen him.
And I already kind of know his background in a little bit.
Yeah, but it's
so
just telling what
touch it,
happened.
but obviously it's a whole book, so it's not just like a 30-page thing.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, well that's what I'm going to do then.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching our video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel and share our links. And don't forget to check back from our chit chats with the Fangirls. Bye.
Bye.